So if you're here, you're probably also facing having gallbladder surgery. So I'm just documenting for those who are going to go through the experience or maybe have already gone through the experience. I am currently in the emergency room. I'm actually out of town, so this hit me at the worst possible time. Um, and so it started off with a really bad gallstone attack around 2 p.m. And if those of you who have gallstones, you know, like we deal with the pain, right? But it's like a chronic pain. We're used to it. And sometimes it's bad, like really bad. Sometimes it's just like whatever. Well, this was terrible. Like it was excruciating. And it lasted for about an hour before I even came into the ER. By the time I got here, I was like vomiting, like shaking. I had the cold sweats. It was so terrible. I was in a wheelchair. I had to be wheelchaired in because I could not walk, could barely talk. And you know, you have to take the shallow breath because it hurt. You can't even catch your breath because of pain. And yeah, so it was really bad. But one thing that shocked me is that in Texas, because I've had gallstone attacks where I ended up in the emergency room, but normally if you have something dealing with like lack of oxygen, abdominal pain, that kind of thing, they'll put you in a room like quicker than anyone else with the triage. You know, you'll get put in a room and they'll cater to you just a little bit faster. But in this case, that's not what happened. I was actually made to wait in the waiting room just about the entire time. So they called me back for my vitals, put me back in the waiting room, called me back to do my blood work, put me back in the waiting room. So I was made to wait in the waiting room for 4 hours with the convulsing, cold sweats, vomiting. Like I had the little bag in my hand in front of everyone. It was crazy. And then I finally got in my room around 6:30. And even then, I did not get any IV or any meds until 9 o'clock at night. So it was 7 hours of excruciating suffering. Like it was a whole ordeal. And feeling like I was going to completely just lose my consciousness for that long in front of everybody. And I didn't even care. Like the pain was just so terrible. And even now, I'm still in pain. But what happened was after they ran all the tests and put me in the room, they came back with the ultrasound results. Of course, we already knew I had gallstones, but they said that my liver enzymes were elevated, which was contributed to the fact that I have gallstones, and my white blood cell count was high, showing that I was fighting off some kind of infection. But as bad as the pain was, it actually, y'all excuse that because I got stuff in my braces, but as bad as the pain was, it wasn't due to it, the stones blocking anything, but it did show that clearly that it was inflamed and they do feel like it needed to be removed. But they were going to talk to the general surgeon first and see. But I honestly thought they were just going to let it go. Because in Texas, I've been to the emergency room because of gallstone attacks twice. And both times they were just like, oh, we'll just give you some, you know, pain medicine and an IV and let it calm down. And you should follow up with your primary care doctor. And for me personally, I had not had this surgery because I'll be honest, I was scared. I've seen the horror stories. When you go on YouTube, you know, there's not a lot of positive experiences that I was finding at the time. And on top of that, my mom watched Dr. Oz one time and he made a comment. So she says about those who have gallbladders removed have a shorter lifespan. So ever since I heard that, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't want to die young. Like, I'll just suffer. You know, if that means I get to live an extra few years, I can deal with the gallstone attacks. But I was able to find some positive videos. But I still didn't want to do it. I was just like, you know what, it hasn't really bothered me. I can deal with the aching from time to time. I take ibuprofen, rock myself to sleep like a baby, whatever. I cry a little bit. So I was told my surgery would be this morning, so they kept me overnight. They requested to have a bed, but the bed never opened up, so I just stayed in the room, in the emergency room, which was fine. This morning I was asked to remove all of my metal everything. So I had like a gold necklace on, I had a nose ring, a couple of rings. But y'all want to hear the freaky part? So you got to take off all body jewelry, okay? And your girl has some friends, okay? They not coming out, y'all. They are not coming out. Like I'm scared. I ain't even gonna lie to y'all. They told me that they need to come out because they use a cauterizing machine, and if you have metal, when it sparks, it can jump to the metal that's on your body and set you on fire. Baby, who's not trying to have a crispy chest or no chest at all is me. Mind you, I have a whole nother burn story that happened to me last year, and I ended up with second and third degree burns because I had like bumped into my mom when she was carrying a pot of soup, and it spilled all down like the side of my body and my backside. Like it was terrible, terrible. But anywho, so yeah, when they said that, I just had a moment of triggerization because I was triggered. I'm like, I'm not. Me and Burns, me and Fire, that's not what I need to hear right now. So I told them, it's funny, the doctor came in and was like, hey, I'm just wanting to say hi and I'm going to be doing your procedure. Do you have any questions? And I was like, yeah, they said they were going to let y'all know that I have these. They're not coming out. Like, is there a patch or something y'all can put over it? And he paused and was like, what did you say they are again? I was like, my nipples. He was like, well, okay. I said, I mean, maybe y'all can try to take them out after I have the anesthesia. So it hurts and I have a difficult time trying to like unscrew them, not to mention with my nails. And I've had them for, 2010. I was there like 11 years. So yeah, they're in there. You know what I'm saying? So I figured if I'm under, I can't feel it. Even if y'all tug, doesn't matter how hard you tug, I can't feel it. So do what you need to do and take them out, okay? I just need to make sure that I wake up and don't have a crispy nip, all right? So that's the goal. So we're gonna see how that goes. So yeah, prayers up. Right now, I still have this in my arm, not connected to an IV or anything yet. They took that off of me when they brought me here to prep for the actual operating room. So we'll see how things go. But yeah, so far so good. I do actually still have the pain. Very much so here, but it's not excruciating. I can breathe. It's like the kind that we're used to, that we get when we eat greasy foods or that kind of thing, that aching. All right, y'all. So I just woke up. This is post-surgery. The pain levels on a scale from 1 to 10, I'd say are about like a 7 or 8. It feels like when you're having a gallstone attack, the sharp pain that you feel is just really intense in that area, but it's more so there's just sharp pain and soreness. So I haven't experienced any gas pains yet. I literally just got brought to my room maybe an hour ago. I got here at 2:18. I know I went into surgery at 11, so I'm not sure if I just woke up, that's why they brought me, or if the surgery took longer than the hour. So hooked up to all the machines. I was able to order food. And I did light. I'm doing a chicken broth and applesauce. And they said I could throw in like a soft dessert if I wanted to. So I got some bread pudding, but I'm not sure if we're going to go that route yet. I think that might be too heavy. I had some light items. I just finished the chicken soup. As y'all can see, it was delicious. That's why it's gone. Okay. And then I got applesauce. And then the bread pudding, it's really soft, even though the top looks like it's a bit crunchy. I have water and I had a Sprite, but yeah, I'm taking it slow with that because the carbonation is making me burp a lot, which I guess is good because they want you to get all that gas out of your stomach. But I will say the food, let me shut it up. Because this menu, I was shocked. It sounds like you're at a restaurant. Like it's like a full menu. They have, of course, like the stuff for a liquid diet and everything like that. But then they also have, like, from the grill, you got hamburger, cheeseburger, turkey burger, grilled chicken breast. They even have quesadillas, steamed carrots, corn, gumbo, only in Louisiana. And I ain't mad at it. Got a little bit of chicken, yeah. Salad, Caesar salads, fruit cups, apple crisp, strawberry drizzle, carrot cake, Rice Krispies, sugar cookies, ice cream, chocolate ice cream, sherbet ice cream, lemon Italian popsicles. They have so much stuff to choose from. Made to order omelets, pancakes. That's really what I wanted, but I feel like that was too heavy, so I kept it light. So we'll see how we do for dinner, and I'll give you guys an update, 24-hour update tomorrow. All right, so let's give a little bit of hope. Today is still day 1. I've been out of surgery it's 9 o'clock now. I had surgery at 11. So y'all do the math. I'm not going to count and expose myself. But I'm already walking. As you can see, I got my IV still in. And I have my little walk-a-roni thing here with me. I'm able to walk back and forth. So it's not terrible. The pain, it feels, like I said, like a dull pain, or even a sharp pain, but it's manageable, similar to how we feel when we're actually having our gallstone attack. So it's not the worst. So I've heard the horror stories about the gas pockets that shoot through people's body and maybe even like bother their shoulder and things like that. I haven't had that. When I had gas, it got released with no problem. You feel me? So I haven't had that issue. So I'm feeling okay. I'm just a little bit sore. They came in and gave me morphine around, I want to say it was maybe around like 3 or 4. And here's my a la sweet. It's not much, but it is, So yeah, like I was saying, so that's basically where I'm at. I've been able to move and get it by myself. I ate the lunch earlier, which was the chicken broth, and it was chicken noodle soup actually with, what did they bring me? A piece of bread pudding and applesauce. And then for dinner, they brought me a pork chop. But that little bad boy, when cooked all the way through, was a little pink-a-link. So your girl didn't eat that. But we had some sweet potato souffle kind of going on with some green beans and a little piece of carrot cake. So I'm eating, and I feel good. I don't feel bad. So we'll see if I end up paying for it later. But right now, so far so good. So be hopeful, guys. It's not all bad. It is 12:37 on day 1 post-op. I was feeling really good earlier, but the pain is kicking in a little bit more now. And it feels like a regular gallstone attack with the pain in the front part of the abdomen and the back, blocked by your gallbladder and your kidneys. So they've been giving me morphine, and I don't know about y'all, but morphine does absolutely nothing for me with pain. Like you get that like a warm sensation when they put it in the IV. Sometimes it even stings a little, but for pain it doesn't do anything. I don't react to morphine, and I also never have reacted to hydrocodone. I've had that prescribed to me in the past for pain, and it does absolutely nothing. Like I said, in Texas, when I was given Demerol in the emergency room, now that I felt like I was on a cloud. I felt beautiful. Like I literally felt beautiful. And the noise you hear is the IV pump. They have an antibiotic that trips every 6 hours, and then I've just been getting fluid around the clock. So they had given me initially a pill, a narco. I don't know what that is exactly. When I asked what it was, they said it was a narco, and morphine. But when I took the pill prior to the morphine, it actually helped with the pain, whereas the morphine didn't do anything. So this time around, I asked for the pill because the morphine didn't do anything. But I think I should have just asked for something in the IV that's just not morphine, because the pill is slow to work. So I'm still having a hard time trying to get some sleep because I feel like I'm having a gallstone attack, even though I have no gallbladder. So there's that. But again, it's manageable. It's not the excruciating kind where you can't breathe. It's just like the annoying sharp sticking pain. Like I was saying, the sharp sticking pain that's very uncomfortable, but that we can handle because, after all, we gallbladder gang, we're used to this. The average person, maybe not. But when you've dealt with it before, it's painful, but we manage. And what I did to try to help with the mood, you can hear the music a little bit, but they have med-calm videos where you can watch different things to calm you, oceans and waters, waterfalls, the whole nine. So I did that in an attempt to help. But let me tell you something. This gallbladder, I can't even say this gallbladder because it's gone. Where did they even put it? I wanted to know how many stones I had. That should I say at a time. But these wounds don't care nothing about this music or about this water, because they still angry. I'm trying to be good, be cool, be calm. So I'm gonna see if so it's currently 12:43. If by like 1, hopefully I'll be asleep by then. But if I'm still up by like 1:30, I'll give myself an hour. Well, I'll say by 1:15 will be an hour that I received the pill, and it hasn't lit up. I'll ask if there's something else they can give me in addition to the pill. Maybe then again they might not, because it might be doubling up. But then again they might, because they did give me the pill combined with morphine the first time. So since it's not really doing anything, maybe I can get something a little stronger. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. So if you're here and again you're watching this because you have to go through it and you're nervous, you got this. Because if my scary tail can do it, trust me, you can do it. It's not as bad. The horror stories, all that. There's been advances in technology, and I think as long as you have a great support system and the hospital staff too, you'll be fine. This night nurse though isn't as bomb as the other ones. I'm not gonna lie, that makes a big difference. You know, the ones I had prior to tonight have been so friendly, and they come in often. Do you need anything? You know, tonight, everything that I've asked for, I've had to call twice. Even to make a phone call, the phones weren't working. I had to wait an hour. I called, and then they came. When I asked for the pain meds, they forgot about it, I guess. An hour went by, and I called again 45 minutes, and I called again, and finally they came. It's like everything that I need tonight is like I'm just having to ask over and over. So I don't know if they're short-staffed or what, but even that aside, just the demeanor, y'all know how you can tell. It's just not very friendly. It's just, let me come in, not really say too much, do this and walk out. So even if you do have something to ask for, you feel hesitant to ask. But I don't care, I ask anyway, you know. But I haven't really needed much of anything tonight. But I'm just saying, if I did, you know, if I did, or I was the shy type, it would definitely put a little hush on it. You know what I'm saying? It would make me not want to say too much. So I just encourage you that if you do go through this process and you have some staff who maybe aren't as talkative or as friendly, don't let that stop you from asking for medicine or asking for whatever it is you need. Because at the end of the day, you can build regardless, whether you open your mouth or not. So you better open your mouth and say something. Okay. All right. So I'll give you guys the update tomorrow for day 2. Good morning. It is day 2 post-op. It's around 8:30 in the morning, and I have officially been discharged. Yay. So we're about to take a shower. They said that I'm able to take a shower. The dressings I can take off in 48 hours. So I'll show you all what those look like in a minute. But they gave me a little to-go box here. So I got my wipes. We got body wash. We got a syringe for sodium chloride injection. I don't think they meant to leave that in there, but it's okay. And we got some toothbrush and comb and body wash, not body wash, mouth rinse, toothpaste, which I definitely, because your girl got braces, and nobody told me that was there. So I could have been brushed my teeth and had some fresh breath. Hopefully I wasn't assaulting the staff. And then we got the shower here, so I'm going to take it real light and use the seat if needed. I will say I did have to request something other than the morphine, because my body doesn't respond to morphine or hydrocodone. It just makes me sleepy. So they gave me a pill, a narco pill, a pain reliever instead of the IV pain reliever, which it dulled the pain, but I didn't have anything given to me that actually took it away. Like, I think even if I took ibuprofen and I take about 3, I don't feel anything. Whereas with whatever they were giving me, I still felt pain. So I'll probably follow up with ibuprofen still, if instead of the narco pill. But other than that, everything is good. I'm just, like I said, I'm sore. I can still get up and move. It's not an issue. So we'll see how things go. And shout out to these lashes for holding on, because these have been struggling with your girl since Thanksgiving. Came in the very next day, and they're barely on, but they on. Normally I can even step out and go somewhere and just put them on for one day, and they're falling off. But they came through for your girl. They knew the crisis I was in, and they were like, we're not gonna let you go out like that. So shout out to these Mink 256s. Okay. What's going on, y'all? So I've been discharged. I'm getting ready to finally get out of here. I put my little winter suit on. I just took a shower, and I can move. I can walk pretty good. So yeah. And then the sutures, let me show y'all. I meant to show y'all. Sorry about the boobage, but I'll just show you guys later. But I have an incision here above my navel, one here, and then another one that's like right here, where they cauterized. So that's what's going on. But again, I was able to take a shower in this little thing, pretty little thing here sitting down. So it wasn't too bad. And now we are back on the road. We headed back to Dallas from Louisiana. Came for vacation, wanted to see Battle of the Bands, and had a Battle of the Bladder instead, Lord. But it's all right. I'll be back. So y'all, we'll keep a post-op update coming. And yeah, hopefully this helped you all and encourage you to go ahead and do it. It's not as bad as everyone says it is. Horror stories, that's a chapter in a book that may or may not happen, but most likely it won't. You'll be fine.